from being India's favorite sedan for over 2 freaking decades, starting a new cult following among the tuners of India. This is everything that you need to be knowing to be updated with Honda City. The Honda City we all love wasn't always the car that we see now. I mean, the car used to freaking scrape on every single tiniest pebble on the ground. Every single one. Until someone in Honda India realized for cars in India, ground clearance is important. But the most unbelievable thing is the sedan that we like wasn't even a sedan when it launched. That's right. Back in 1981, the Honda City was launched as a 3-door hatchback. You didn't know that? I bet you. The City had crossed 3.6 million units in sales over the globe by the year 2017 and 7 lakhs in India alone. It used to be the best selling model of Honda cars India, but the second generation Amaze came out and took that spot. You know, the younger siblings, if they're more talented, they get more love. Trust me. I'm the younger sibling in my family, but people still don't give a shit about me. The first gen Honda City was the tiniest car that Honda produced at that time. Originally made only for the Australian, European and Japanese markets, it was first introduced to the world in November 1981 with an innovative tall boy design which helped in seating 4 full-sized adults comfortably because of its unusual roof height, even though the car was literally a freaking midget. The City was also available with a motorcomp. Now these motorcomps are tiny freaking scooters with 50cc engines. They're literally very tiny. They can be folded and were designed to be kept in the trunk of the City. In 1982, they released a turbocharged version of the Honda City, and there was also a convertible for this one. The City continued to be a 3-door hatchback for its second generation as well, which debuted in November 1986. The engine configurations introduced the D series engines from Honda, which was the D12A, which was a 1.2 liter single overhead camshaft engine with 16 valves. This engine produced 76 PS of power at 6500 RPM. But in October 1988, the main engine was changed to D13C, which was a 1.3 liter single overhead camshaft inline-4 engine. Again, this model received a facelift in 1981 and this continued to be produced till 1994. 1994 was the last year when Japan heard the name Honda City on a car. After a year later, in 1995, the year when a legend was born, Honda positioned the City as a 4-door subcompact sedan, bringing it back into the market, placing it just beneath its elder sibling, the Honda Civic. The third generation Honda City was based on the EF Civic platform, which was mainly made only for the Southeast Asian countries, which also included India. Smart for the new generation, for the 1.3 liter engine option, and top in class mod for the 1.5 liter engine option. The production began in Ayutthaya, Thailand in 1996. Then 2 years later, Honda finally came into Indian markets and launched the Honda City in 1998, cementing Honda's place in India because the car freaking sold like cheesecakes. It quickly became the fastest selling car in its segment. The car was good. The car had a simple and sleek design which was appealing to a lot of people at that time and even now. The car came to Indian market with the 1.3 liter engine and the 1.5 liter engine. The city was also built in additional markets including Malaysia, Pakistan, Indonesia, Taiwan and Philippines. Enter 2001. The car was updated. It is now infamously known as the Type 2. The Type 2, like we call it here in India, received new front end, new tail lamps and some other things, and also a rear stabilizer. But the most important thing is that, wait, do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's right, baby, the VTEC just kicked in. The 1.5 liter VTEC engines were finally introduced in the Honda City. The third gen Honda City, which was actually the first generation for us, came with the 16 valve single overhead camshaft inline 4 engine, which were the D13B and the D15B. The original 1.3 liter D13B engine produced the peak power of 95 PS at 6400 RPM, which was enough to claim a top speed of 171 kilometers per hour, which was a lot back then. And it did a 0 to 100 kmph in 11.3 seconds, which is kinda slow, but it is not a sports car. Later, the 1.5 liter D15B engine was also introduced, which was reduced in power for the Asian markets where it was sold. The Type 2 was always a good car for enthusiasts in the country, but recently the tuner scene on this car has been slightly increasing. More on that later on this video, so you better not skip anything. Bang forward to November 2002. The 4th gen Honda City, second gen for us, was finally revealed in the Bangkok International Motor Show. It was now offered with the all-wheel drive option. That's right, I can feel your front wheel drive pain. Heck, even I didn't know that there was an all-wheel drive option available in the Honda City until I made my research here. Like always, we here in India got the boring version of this car, which made more fuel economy, less power, blah blah blah, who cares. It made around 77 horsepower. This model was also bulkier and chubbier than its predecessor, hence it was also given a nickname called as the Dolphin model. We received a CVT version of this car in 2003, but in 2005 things got a little bit exciting. The Honda City ZX was launched. It had a 1.5 liter I VTEC engine, I for intelligent, producing 99 horsepower and 132 Nm of torque. Yeah, we don't get a lot of exciting cars that people can really afford, so this is as exciting as it gets. Yeah. Moving forward to September 2008, the new 5th gen Honda City debuted in Bangkok, following its launches in India, Pakistan, China and other countries. It was generally available in SV and SV trims across Asia. There were a range of engines available, which included a 1.8 liter R18A engine, which was exclusive only for China. India got a 1.5 liter engine mated to a manual and a CVT transmission. Since its launch in India in 2008 November, the City was a game changer because it looked like nothing else in the segment. It quickly became the highest selling car of Honda Cars India, with sales volume even surpassing Thailand, which until then was the highest selling market for Honda City in the world. The Honda City had been the top contender in the segment of mid-size sedan for a decade. It had 35% market share in India in 2010. I remember being in school and one of my junior's parents pulling up in one of these And me and my friends thinking, man, only if we had this car, it would be awesome. It was a totally different and awesome looking car from the previous generation. The facelifted 5th gen, 3rd gen for us, finally launched in India in December 2011. Somebody in Honda Cars India finally realized that ground clearance in India is a real issue. The ground clearance of the vehicle was increased by 5 mm, that is, it went from 160 mm to 165, which is better. And also, the car was longer by 20 mm. Launched in India with 7 variants, but with the same 1.5 liter iVTEC engine producing a peak power of 118 PS and 146 Nm of torque. This model also launched with some more features such as sunroof and a full touchscreen infotainment system. But during this time, the demand for diesel cars in India had skyrocketed. All the manufacturers in India were competing in the diesel car market and making big profits out of it. And guess what? Honda still didn't enter the diesel car market. Honda was at that time in India one of the only company that did not provide any diesel engine options in any of its cars. Then finally, the diesel version of the 5th gen Honda City was launched in India just some days before the next generation was going to be launched in India in a very limited run. The 1.5 liter Earth Dream iD-Tech engine from the Honda Amaze was put in the Honda City and launched to the Indian market in very limited numbers. Unveiled in India, the 6th gen Honda City was the second Honda car to incorporate their new exciting hatch design philosophy, which was first seen in Honda Jazz, which was launched in September 2013. It was a new and beautiful design but was kind of similar to the older generation. It went on to be awarded the Middle East Car of the Year 2014. The new car was more premium than ever. It came in with both diesel and petrol engine options, and it was taller by 10 mm. The diesel engine returned a good fuel economy of 26 km per liter, which is mostly why diesel engines are popular in India. In 2017, the facelift of this model was released and it received LED headlamps, daytime running lights, and a big fat chrome grille to make it look like its elder sibling, the Civic. Another legend for another day. The City was always popular in India. Its sales doubled when it was launched with a diesel engine option. In March 2015, the City became the highest selling mid-size sedan car to reach 1 lakh unit sales in just under 15 months of its release. In 2017, this model received a new facelift which was launched with the new top of the line trim, which was the ZX trim. It had 6 airbags, a rear parking camera, and came with the Honda's Digipad infotainment system. The facelifted Honda City came with the full LED headlamps and a sunroof. People in India love sunroofs, including me. The 7th generation Honda City was revealed in Bangkok, Thailand on 25th November 2019. This will be the 5th generation for us in India and it is yet to be launched in India. But in Thailand it was released with a 1 liter VTEC engine mated to a CVT. Out of all the 4 generations of Honda City in India till date, I think the 3rd generation, which was the 5th generation worldwide, was the most sportiest looking Honda City out of them all. But the Type 2 is my favorite. The Type 2 was always popular among the car enthusiasts in India. It was used as show cars before, but now slowly the tuner culture has been increasing in India, and one of the cheapest available options for tuning cars is an old Honda City Type 2. The Type 2 Honda Cities are extremely good for tuning because they are available for cheap, and the 1.5 liter VTEC engine can be tuned to produce up to 300 bhp. And also the simple yet elegant design of the Type 2 makes it an excellent choice for a sleeper build. There is also a Type 2 build from the state of Maharashtra which was engine swapped with the B16 engine from an actual Type R Civic, and then the engine was built to put down, wait a minute, Are you ready for this? 2000 wheel horsepower. 2000, I'm not kidding you. I read this article. I freaking don't know how this man did it, but he did it. And the demand for the Type 2 are slowly increasing in India because the tuner culture in India is slowly increasing. And these cars remind you of the old Honda Civic from the USA. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. This is a new automotive channel called as Alphamotive Inc. And this is a new series called as Keeping You Updated. There is more to come in the future. We will be giving you awesome automotive contents in the future as well. Please support us by subscribing and also turning on the notification bell. And also leave a like and comment down below which vehicle, that is either a car or a motorcycle, that we should cover in the next episode. Thank you.